Is going on, guys? This is the Kai Beam Podcast, episode 7. Um, I feel like shit. Where
Season
was like
two, episode
season
7.
two, season 2, episode 7? Yeah. Oh, the reason why I was thinking like I had a little lapse there was because we didn't actually post the last episode, and we were gonna wait to do the dual upload, right? So yeah, it kind of just felt weird saying that. But anyway, uh, you got your guy Kai Beam right here, your host, and of course I'm joined by Gamdo and
The world.
Mr. Elusive as
Yep.
usual. This week we have quite a few topics. The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer number 2 came out, which we all know how that was. That was pretty awesome. Dragon Ball is coming out with a new game called Dragon Ball Gamers Breakers. Looks interesting. We have some music topics, some stuff like Young Dolph, he got shot, and then Drake held some sort of party. The baby, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Halo Infinite multiplayer released for free, and it looks pretty dope. I want to test it on myself. We have some One Piece news, and yeah, we can just get into it. Where should we start?
First of all, Dolph actually got murdered. I don't want to say he got shot. But
Yeah,
rest in
no, he
peace,
did. He
but
did. He did. That shit was crazy when I read that story, dude. This
Who's
dude
Dolph
was
now?
Young Dolph. He was a rapper. And it's just crazy, man. Like I wanted to start listening to him because he was actually a pretty good rapper. Like, cause there was a couple songs I heard with him featured on it and before, and I was like, yeah, man, I gotta check this dude out. He's real good. And then when I saw that story, I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like this dude was literally like, I'm pretty sure he was like at a shop, like a cookie shop or something like that, and they just did a drive by and shot him. I was like,
yeah.
like it's just like
It's one
what?
of those things where you hug your neighborhood, don't hug your neighborhood too tightly, and love from afar. Because the
Yeah,
same shit happened to Nipsey. It happens literally all the time, and
yeah,
You made
it's true.
fucking haters out there.
yeah,
Yeah,
jealousy. I
pretty
mean,
much.
if you ever find yourself as like a rapper, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been hearing other people like on Clubhouse because I've been unfortunately back on there. Like they were talking about how it's just like it's so dangerous to be a rapper because the fact that it's not really your haters, it's like the ones, or it's not. No, let me rephrase that. It's not the people that are outwardly beefing from like
With you.
across the lake.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
people
the
that are
secret
like, yeah, that are like
secret
in your
haters.
neighborhood. Yeah,
Yep. Because you've made it out and they over here like they'll look at you and compare themselves to you and they cannot fathom how they unlike you who made it out, why they couldn't make it out. And now inadvertently, instead of them trying to
Yeah, find their own way.
improve themselves and find their own way, they they keep comparing themselves to you, and the more they compare themselves to you, they fall short of that of meeting like the comparison to who made to the person who made it out. So now that comparison somehow fucking create jealousy and creates hate, and now they just straight up just hate you for no reason because
Yeah,
that jealousy is just straight up way out there and blown out of proportion because they cannot
and
fucking
that
improve their life. So now they want to try to somehow fucking tear you down and bring you down. That's just
yeah, and
fucked up.
that's what's fucked up too, man. And like a lot of these guys would like give back to their communities too, to like because they already knew like what it was. Like it was hard enough getting out. It's like, damn, well now that I made it, I might as well try to, especially like in terms of Nipsey, and I think Dolph did it too, but they would give back to to their communities in any way
Right.
they could, and
And
then you still have niggas who hate
it
them,
sucks. Right. It
and then they
sucks
want to
though
kill
because
them.
like
It's
these
like what
guys
the
are
fuck?
real fucking philanthropists who actually fucking care about their neighborhoods and shit and trying to actually improve this shit. But why are people hating on them like that? You know?
I don't know, man. I don't have the answer. It's so
personally, it's a
unfortunate, man.
special kind of hate, and I mean, it kind of sucks because I was like looking at some interviews. I mean, not like willingly or not willingly, outwardly looking for it, but like I was just some interviews popped up where they were trying to warn Dolph to like leave and like go somewhere else because of the fact that people will just do things just for the fuck of it. Like they don't really care, even if it like benefits them. It's a weird thing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of surprised me because like didn't Cole move back to his neighborhood, or not his neighborhood? Didn't
Yeah,
he move
like
back to like his state?
his state, yeah, but I don't think he moved back to his original neighbor. I think he's like, basically in the suburbs, like in a nice place.
And I would
So
do the same thing too. Like I'm not gonna lie, I just it kind of leads me back to like, or it's gonna lead me into like this whole Tom Holland thing. But I completely understand people not residing in the neighborhood they come from and like living in a much wealthier, nicer lifestyle and like housing area because that shit
Bro,
is.
if I was a rapper, or not to cut you off, but if I was
No,
a
you're good.
rapper and I made it, I wouldn't fucking be living in the damn neighborhood I was living in either.
fuck
Because
no.
I would rather just be
Fuck
like
no.
that one person who just live in a neighborhood where I'm just fucking anonymous and shit. Like even the current neighborhood I live in, I don't even fucking know my neighbors. And I like it that way. Like
Right.
I pass them in like passing and say hi and shit like that, but that's it. I don't fucking like go and try to inadvertently or like go out of my way to like socialize with them. I'd rather keep to myself. And it served me well from living over here for a couple of years. So like why not continue that shit? I mean, like I know it's like good to be neighborly and all that shit, but nah, fuck that shit, man. Like you never know what kind of people or
Yeah,
what
you
kind
don't
of
know
like
people's
shit.
intentions, man.
No, you
You're
don't.
gonna smile in their face. They smile in your face, but
You fucking
really,
hate you, man.
yeah, they
Cause
hate
like
your ass.
it's the same shit. Like I don't like take my brother for example. Like this man, he lives in New Jersey, right? And like he got a whole bunch of fucking neighbors and shit. But because like he always switching out cars and stuff like that, these motherfuckers always fucking calling damn township on his ass because like he got too many cars.
The
And
fuck?
there's not even in right off the bat, they were like getting mad at him for having too many cars like that weren't registered. So he registered
How
all
would
his
they know
cars.
that it's registered or not?
Apparently, like the only way they would know is just because like he talks to his neighbors and stuff like that, right? So he registered all the cars. Now all of a sudden they getting mad that he got too many cars parking his driveway. So he parked some of his cars in his backyard. They getting mad about that shit too.
Does he
And
live
he's
like
like,
an
why the fuck?
HOA?
No, like well, it's a township kind of fucking HOA where like the fucking town people is always like the township is always their fucking business and shit. But it's
That's
not
a
one of
big
those fucking
HOA.
like it's not a like a gated neighborhood HOA where like you can't park shit on your lawn or anything like that.
Well, like HOAs are
So
different in certain parts. Like it's not necessarily like limited to gated communities. Like um my where my grandparents live at, they try to have an HOA, but because of the fact that we have a bunch of old people who don't give a fuck and will blast your ass, they're like, no, we won't do that.
they turn that shit off.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know because the
like
fact that
sometimes
like
HOA is just fucking annoying as fuck, man. Like
no, it's
they
literally
did
used to impede to try to enforce like renting like the same sort of policies that renters have where like you don't
right
have the freedom to
on a
utilize the
housing
property how you
area,
want to.
right? That is so stupid, and not it doesn't help that you have to fucking pay these damn overpriced ass like dues every fucking month or year and shit, which is just stupid as fuck. Like when I used to like work for like doing that AT&T gig and shit, like I used to go up over there in like South Carolina, and some of the HOA fee that these people pay every month is like half like almost the same price as that fucking mortgage, dude. They
Jesus
pay like
Christ, what the
sometimes
fuck?
they pay like $3,000 a month for a fucking HOA fee. I'm like, why
Yo,
the fuck
three
are you
thousand a
paying that?
month. That's fucking
And
crazy.
yeah, it's fucking stupid as hell. And they live in this damn gated community where like with $500,000 houses and shit. I'm like, this is some stupid ass shit. And these some of these $500,000 houses are only fucking 4 bedroom or like 3 bedroom houses. I'm like, this is some stupid ass living over here, man. Why the fuck
Yeah,
would you
that's
live in these kind of neighborhood, pay all these damn ridiculous prices if you could go and find a house somewhere and you could just build you more fucking bedroom and have like entire privacy to yourself without having to pay all these ridiculous amount. But I understand why they do it because like most of them who live over there are like old retired people and like the gated neighborhood, the gated community that they live in it offer them like full service shit that they don't have to worry about cutting that grass. Like everything is taken care of them. Is taken care of. Property management and all this shit is taken care of, so they don't have to worry about that shit. All they have to do is just live and go about like their whatever daily routine that they feel like doing. So
You
I
shouldn't
understand that.
require them to
It's so
to pay
fucking stupid.
$3,000 a month per
Yeah,
resident.
like
Like,
it was ridiculous because like I was just talking to this dude and like his wife recently passed because she was like she went to like water aerobics and somehow fucking died while she was there at the damn aerobics gym or whatever. But he was telling me like yeah he's planning on selling his house and moving in with his son so he should be closer to his grandkids or whatever. But like the property is like hard to sell and all this other nonsense like he was telling me like I'm like and he's like yeah and it doesn't help with the HOA fee either like this thing is fucking ridiculous. I'm like I bet. And he told me the amount. I'm like this is some stupid ass shit right here. That right there is
you
like
should just have that house to be rented and then have
you
his son
you
take
can't
over.
you can't you can't though like the
Oh, because it's
property
gated.
right.
Yeah, that's fucking
So
whack.
like that's what I was like, this is some stupid ass shit right here. I don't know who roped all of y'all into this shit, but then again, it's one of those like things that people like out where like old people know each other, and once they get into something, they somehow convince their other friends to get into it, and it just word by mouth just keeps spreading, and eventually you have a whole bunch of people packed into these all these damn gated communities and shit. And it's like I can lie, man. Every time I go over there, I just fucking feel like creeped out when I go to this neighborhood because I don't know if you watched like seen a movie called Stepford Wives or some shit like that. It's like a movie where like people live in a gated community and these like I don't know if they would take if the community was taken over by aliens or like they were brainwashed or whatever, where all the wives are the same and they're like super obedient to their husbands and shit. Like it was just a creepy ass shit where all the houses look the same.
Yeah,
And like, yeah, that's exactly how that fucking gated community looked, man. Like all the
sounds
houses is painted
like
the
a
same
Mormon
fucking
family.
color. Right. All the houses is painted the same color. They only like have different designs and shit. Like that entire shit creeps me out every time I go over there. But like, yeah,
Yeah,
I digress on what I was saying. But like, it's just like stupid how people hate on other people just because of you know just because like you're trying to like stay in your community and help your community. But I'm not gonna lie, it's just better to just move out if you can,
no,
man.
I would never tell anyone to like stay in your area. Like
No,
you would get donations from me, and that's about it. If I was
yeah,
a musician, it kind of like I guess it sort of like connects to also like Travis Scott too. Like I don't know what it is like just recently how like people have this they're just compelled to either love someone or hate their guts. There's no middleman for some reason because it's like people treat these celebrities like they're not human and not in like a subhuman category, like above human. And as soon as they fuck up, they're just like, this guy is trash. Like, fuck this guy. Cause like they did it to Travis Scott. And boy, oh boy, I bet he's getting goosebumps now because that fucking lawsuit he's got is $75 million or $750 million.
It's crazy, man.
That's just gonna hurt his pockets.
well, it's gonna be an interesting freaking lawsuit. That's why he has big lawyers, man. I don't think like
This guy was
it.
so nervous. They said that
I don't think
people,
it's gonna be an easy win for them, but we'll see.
well, I don't know because like the Live Nation, the people that was in charge of it was basically saying like, hey, you can get a refund, but that refund came with an NDA saying like, hey, if you get this refund, can't sue. Some people did it. Some people like so some of them are gonna have like bogus lawsuits and stuff like that.
Right.
People were all the way in the back and weren't actually even hurt.
Right, but they still want to get in on that 75 million cut on the entire lawsuit and shit.
Yeah, because it's a disaster. All these people got hurt, but
And it is interesting that they're pretty much like trying to blame Travis Scott for this shit, which in my opinion he's not the only one to blame. So, but I guess he's the
No.
one with the deep pocket, so obviously the blame is gonna shift to him. But well, that's one thing about being in the entertainment industry now. Like when hopefully like entertainers can learn from this shit in the future and hold like all their people who they have working for them accountable and like be like I don't want to say be personally involved, but like they need to stop vetting the damn companies that they have running their shows and shit. So shit like this shouldn't happen because in the end, they're not gonna go after the damn coordinators of the damn concert or whatever. They're going after whoever the fucking entertainer who was like performing was, because
Exactly.
they're the person with the deepest pocket. So
yeah, I
yeah,
mean they tried going out for Drake too and all the other people, but it's like
yeah,
I don't know. Some
it's
people,
just throwing stick like shits out wars and hoping that they will stick, but some of it was sticking, some of it will not, but we'll see.
yeah, I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to talk about like what happened to like the Rittenhouse thing because it's like some people just can't. I feel like in certain situations like that, s- no, never mind. It doesn't entirely connect. Maybe I'll bring it up another time. But yeah, shit's just crazy. But
Hmm.
I don't know. Being you said Drake, guess Drake and Kanye squashed their beef.
Uh, oh, I don't know about that. I put it in here because I just thought it was interesting. Because yeah, I was on Instagram one day, like this past week, and I saw that Drake had hosted some sort of party, and it was like a big party, like a lot of stars were there, and Dave Chappelle was there, and he was, Dave Chappelle being Dave Chappelle, that nigga's funny as shit. He was just like, I can't believe I'm at a nigga's house, but here I am. That shit, just the way he said that is just funny. But yeah, like they were just all having a good time. And then the next like video I saw was like Drake and Kanye. They were just like, yeah, man. They were just having a good time. I was like, wait, what? I had to double take. I was like, nigga, what? What the fuck is this nigga doing here? And then I don't know. It seemed like they were having a good time. So that's why I said I hope this means that this was like an olive branch or something. So these niggas could end their like long lasting fucking beef. But I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
no.
see. We'll
Yeah,
see because
That
who
shit
we'll
knows?
looks
see.
so fucking.
It could
It looks so
scripted.
scripted, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
because realistically, yeah, it could be all fine now, and then it could just be back to fucking demon emojis again and shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just weird, but yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's not too much to say about that. That's all I really wanted to say.
I did.
Um,
I did want to say there's this one song of Kanye's that was like a long time ago that was never released that has been circulating the internet because I guess I don't know if Kanye said something recently, but like apparently like people are like, oh man, Kanye needs to be on like suicide watch or something like that. Um, I really don't know why, but there's this one song that came out like a long time ago, called "You'll Never See Me Again" or "Ever See Me Again," something along those lines, and it like really reminded me of like old Kanye music. Like now I can actually hear it. Like I did before acknowledge that Kanye's music was different in like the way he sounded, but when I actually listened to that song, I was like, this is a Kanye that I actually know right here. Like this music is fucking sad because apparently before he released was like my dark twisted fantasy. Apparently he was gonna like kill himself in Japan.
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what people were saying. And then I guess well because they alluded to that because remember when he was you remember in like in 808s in Power was Power in Dark Twisted Fantasy?
I'm pretty sure Power was, yeah, my dark twisted fantasy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought that was the case before, but Power kind of alluded to the whole suicide thing where he like rapped about it. Where he was talking. Remember when he was like, "I'm gonna jump out the window"?
Yeah. I always
Yeah,
thought that line was strange. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's
yeah,
a little sus, but okay.
yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently that shit was that was something. I mean,
Wow.
And I don't be deep diving, analyzing fucking lyrics and shit. So I only go into lyrics for
Man,
entertainment value.
Izzy, I just always think about how you said I ruined that weekend song for you.
Yep.
That shit
Thanks,
is
man.
funny as fuck. Cause like he was
I
just
used to be jamming to that shit like
yeah, but then I was like, you
hard.
do realize that's a nigga doing coke, right? And you're just like, wait, what? I said, yeah, nigga. He's just like,
Yep.
you ruined
Thanks,
but
it.
man.
God,
You
On the
Izzy,
fucking
what do
song
you
for me.
think?
ruined
What do you think he was talking about before?
The man can't feel his face. That's all I thought he was fucking saying. Like
it.
he was so blasted he couldn't feel his face. I didn't think he was fucking blasted on cocaine and shit. So
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, there's reasons why you can't feel your nose, or you feel like you got fucking punched in your nose, or you can't feel your face. Yeah,
uh,
it's probably you're doing
what what
drugs.
what I
Yeah.
thought he wasn't feeling his face from. I'm not gonna say it all over here, but yeah, use your imagination.
You thought he was
you,
getting some.
you thought he was getting some good trip going. But
I thought he
but
was.
yeah,
It was a
I
coke.
thought he was skiing. I thought he was skiing down the mountain on a ski lift or
skiing
something, man.
down the mountain.
Yeah, but
Okay.
He wasn't wearing the goggles, so he couldn't feel his face.
Wasn't-
I didn't watch the music video, so I didn't know what the hell he couldn't feel his face for.
man, but that's kind of crazy that you didn't think that when like it came out like way ahead of time that like the weekend was like a drug abuser.
Bro, I listen to musician. I don't care about their backstories. I don't go like you guys are the ones who like tell me these details about fucking rappers and musicians, bro. Like, I don't give a shit about musicians' backstories because if I start looking into their backstories, then every time I listen to their songs, I don't enjoy the songs for what they're putting out anymore. Now I'm only thinking about who they are as a person.
Yeah, that
Then
is that is actually a good point.
it fucking ruins the entertainment value for me.
Yeah, but
That is
you gotta see
It's
it
the
as
same.
like
It's the same shit with movies and shit like that too.
yeah, but you gotta
That's
see
why.
it in like you gotta take it as like it's like I would say like 20% like real and then like 80% fake, like
Yeah.
over
It,
exaggerated.
it, it ruins it for me. That's the reason. Like when I watch movies now, like I like you guys be asking me why I watch like shitty B-rated movies because like shitty B-rated horror movies like it just entertains me more because those are unknown fucking actors. So I don't like I go in there
Have any association?
yeah, I go in there enjoying whatever craft or art they're trying to put out, and which is why I enjoy watching indie movies and shit like that because it's just most of the actors are just unknown. So when they put out an acting chops, it's really just like the art that they're presenting instead of me having like you guys keep wondering why like every time like there are big budget movies I always say it's gonna suck because like all these big budget actors I already know most of their backstories or like because they're always in the news there are some shit that they do that is always there. It's like it's really hard to fucking associate like that real life self from that fucking movie characters that they're playing. I don't care how fucking good their acting chops is, which is like why I don't even fucking watch Grammys, Oscar, or whatever Academy Award, stupid award shows that are out there because I don't really give a shit.
That's
Shit
kind
Yeah,
of
about
a, that's kind
I'm
of a
with you.
weird.
Which
that-
I'm with you on the award thing. Not to get you with the award thing. That's
yeah.
the same shit for movies too, like or for music too, where it's just like fuck the Grammys and all this stupid ass, like because that shouldn't relegate like your skill. A fucking
right.
piece of metal on a fucking wood post shouldn't.
I mean, I understand the
Like,
recognition part
it's
of
a
it, and
recognition for sure. I'm not gonna
but
downplay that, but it shouldn't dictate whether or not you feel you're successful.
no, because eventually it just gets to the point where like actors and like musicians just they're only doing it just to get that plaque or piece of metal, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of weird how you make that connection. I mean, not weird like in a bad way. It's just it's interesting how you make the connection because like the whole point of an actor is to not play themselves, but like play. I guess it's more so just like the face. Yeah, you said like you recognize the face, so it doesn't have that mystery and stuff like that. Because it's like I said, like like a while back where I said like Denzel Washington will play the same character. He'll play himself. It's just different roles, and
Right.
he's
There.
just very convincing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's there. there's a lot of people that do that. Like Sam Jack is one. Like that nigga's basically him in like every movie at this point. You've seen pretty much his characters, so you know what you're getting
Yeah.
into. See him in a movie. There's quite a few people like that. But
But
yeah,
there are
you
also
know,
like others too, where it's like Christian Bale. He, like, I haven't really seen any like movies of him recently, but like I know
the Ford
early,
versus Ferrari movie was pretty good.
yeah,
Oh,
and like that's the thing,
just-
because like Christian Bale, he'll really like mess himself up for a role because of the fact that he's one of those method actors. Like, I feel like you'd probably prefer method actors over anyone else
I do
because
because they actually get into that craft like really well, and it kind of like it subverts what you're expecting from them. You never know what you're gonna expect
what?
from that acting.
Wait, did you say you do like it or you don't like it?
I do.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you
I
don't, because when you
no,
started
I
explaining, I
do.
was like,
No, I
"What?"
no, I say like I like method actors because like the way they act, like the way they get into that craft, like then it's not always the same. They always like put a lot of passion into what they do. I mean, sometimes people go overboard with method acting, like
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, where he went and fucking didn't take a shower the entire time he was filming that stupid ass Fury movie, and he was just stinking up the entire fucking tank.
Yeah,
He's just
and then he
pissed off
purposely
about
like
that shit,
removed his tooth. Yeah.
right? So that is just going over the top and just really stupid. But I can understand like when people like how like for John Wick, where like Keanu had to like go and do like range gun training and all those shits, and like yeah,
right, dude, that
that
nigga's a beast. I don't know if you ever seen like the training he'd do, like, cause he had a course. He'd like da 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 da
Yeah.
da.
yeah
He turned it
that kind
sideways and shit.
that
I'm
kind
like,
of
what
method
the
acting
fuck?
is like somebody who's dedicated to that craft over there and know like they're doing it in a professional manner instead of going overboard for stupid shit. I
Well,
mean, I remember
I feel like that doesn't really qualify as method acting, is because of the fact that you like it's one of those things where it's like if you can fight, it's one of those things you want to know. You want to make it look authentic as possible. Like you know how to hold a gun and shoot a gun and like
right.
practice all the movements and stuff like that. Like I mean, like I'm talking like those people who do method acting where they affect their body and like the way that they sound and
Okay,
borderline have like personality disorder, like Shia
that kind of
LaBeouf.
shit. That kind of shit right there is like I don't like that kind of method acting too much because like sometimes like people get into
You
that shit
see,
and like
you
it's
see
kind of hard for them to recover from it because of
exactly.
how much
Because
damage they do to their body.
isn't that kind of like what happened to what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name?
What
Uh,
movie was
Elvis?
he in? I'll tell you.
Joker. Not
Oh,
the
Joaquin Phoenix,
no, not Joaquin. The other one,
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, isn't that what
Right.
happened to him? Like, cause
That
he kind of got like a little
so
too
too much
engrossed
into
with
his
Joker.
character, and that it didn't help that he was already like substance. He was already a substance addict either. So like that also like just fucking mess with his mental health and shit. So like sometimes they are just sometimes like just getting way into method acting and having like mental health problems just doesn't mix because like it's just how hard sometimes hard for humans to bounce back from that shit, especially if you're in a dark place and you're also like trying to get into that method acting to do like a super dark role and shit. it's
Michael
it
B.
sometimes
Jordan had to
doesn't.
do that for Killmonger. I mean, I think a lot of, and that's the thing too, with like with acting is like a lot of these actors when they have to play super serious roles, they have to get therapy because the
Right.
fact that
You,
it
which,
messes with their
which very
mind.
well which very well you should. And this is all like where it comes back to all that preparation of them having like safeguards in place for these kind of things because like as the entertainment industry like evolves, like it's now bringing to light a bunch of like loopholes and shit that they haven't they haven't had in place that they should have in place. And I think that's one of the that should be one of the requirements for these damn production and like movie companies where if you're gonna do like a super deep dive method acting, you definitely have to fucking see a therapist after that damn role
Well,
or
they know
doing the fucking
they
role,
do
whatever.
have that set
Because
up. They do have that
because
set up though.
all these kind of shit like it will fuck with somebody real bad and yeah, it's not good at all.
Yeah, Like I said, I want to get into like the Tom Holland thing, but you know, as we go along. But
Oh, what's up? What's going on with Tom Holland now?
I guess we can. Okay, well, we can talk about the trailer afterwards. But like, I'm pretty sure Tom Holland is gonna be like not Spider Man after like he's not gonna renew his contract because of the fact that like the dude. I'm not sure if you've seen like images of him and like videos of him as of
He's
recently.
getting fat.
No, this nigga looks sad. Like he looks sad and scared. And like the shit that he said like recently cuz like there was a video where he was like signing papers and stuff like that and people were bombarding him after the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And he
Bombarding
came
him with
out
questions or with what?
they're just bombarding him. I mean, questions, pictures, signatures, and all other stuff. Like they're just completely bombarding him. And he like came out and he was like, "Yeah, I have nightmares. Like I have like sleep paralysis nightmares where like people surround my bed and like try to take pictures of me. And then like it's evolved to a point where like when I wake up and I realize that there's no one around, I check my room for like recorders and shit. I was like, holy fuck, like." That shit is scary.
Yeah, you
That shit
know,
is scary.
that made me actually look it up, and I found this article. This nigga said, maybe it is time for me to move on. Maybe what's best for Spider-Man is that they do a Miles Morales film. I have to take Peter Parker into account as well because he is an important part of my life. If I'm playing Spider-Man after I'm 30, I've done something wrong. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because he's just like he's at the point now where he's tired. He hasn't really had a break. Like when he filmed Uncharted, he said that like he thought he like tore a muscle like in his leg, and they're like, nah, Tom, you're just getting older. And he was like, oh well, fuck me. And then, and then he was just like, yeah, I'd rather just be a stay-at-home dad. If I had to be honest, yeah, just me and Zendaya, just be parents. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't blame him because shit. Yeah, at least he can say, unlike Andrew, at least you had a full like career as a Spider-Man, and your shit didn't get fucked. You didn't get fucked over.
Well, no,
Like you
that's
had three movies, you had a bunch of cameos and shit. I mean, yeah, man.
I mean that's
But
true, but that's also because of like the whole crossover thing, and like he even said the third Spider-Man movie, and I'm speaking as far as Tom Holland. He said No Way Home filming was a disaster
Why?
because of the fact that like everything was last minute, like the script was being written by the
that's
day.
this film, right? And
Yeah,
also, like, this is one of those things where like you have work burnout, and he's going through that right now because like
yeah,
Right, right.
you gotta take breaks, man. Especially coming off this damn pandemic, which we are still in, by the way. So I should remind people we're still in a fucking pandemic. It's not over yet. But anyway, since like everybody seems to try to make it seem like we're out of the pandemic, like the fucking like the burden of the world that like everybody's feeling like the weight of the world on their shoulder right now. So
yeah.
like especially like people who are in these damn big budget projects and shit, like they're feeling burnout, man.
Yeah,
It's really hard to
you
come
can't
off
blame
what
them.
is going on right now and try to like have all that high energy to go back into doing what you love to do. It's really hard.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
I
Like
don't blame him
they
either.
me either.
I hate when people are like, man, he should have no problem. He's fucking rich. But it's just like
no,
you don't like
just
these
because you're
people.
rich doesn't mean you don't have work burnout, man. That shit happens to everybody.
And that's the
Yep.
thing though that people don't understand is like when they're filming movies, they're not working 8-hour shifts for their movies.
No,
They're working
24
like
hours, some of 74 hours or whatever. It's
14,
just
yeah,
constant, bro.
14 hours. They have some shit they have to do that you can't even fucking manage.
Right. And why do you think they have actual fucking living trailers over there? Because they
Yeah,
literally fucking sleep in that trailer and have to wake up and do another scene and go back to fucking sleep. That is if they could sleep, that by the way.
Yeah.
Because I
yeah,
bet you most of them wouldn't even be able to sleep. They just go in that trailer and just fucking relax over it until they call them back for that scene and they have to go and put makeup on and go back and do the scene again and then go back. If they could go back in that fucking trailer, that is, then waiting for that next scene. Like, yeah, that is a fucking constant, like, it's a constant fucking struggle just because like after like we as audience what we see after the movies is done. It's all the glamorous part of it.
Yeah, the magic of it. Yeah.
Not only like the movies itself, but like the glamorous part of it, where like we see actors going on talk shows and shit promoting these damn movies and shit. But the process of like the amount of human beings that they put behind these projects to do these things, it takes a fucking lot of work, man. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like some people they make the comparisons though because they're like, man, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were like in their 30s when they filmed Spider-Man, so you're only 25, like you can do it. And it's just like I just hate when people just assume that everyone else can just withstand the same shit.
They just use a general fucking general comparison to everybody. Everybody is not the fucking same. Even though we are all humans, everybody has their own individual fucking shit that makes them unique to themselves.
Exactly. And if you know your limit, stand by that shit.
Right.
If he knows, like, yeah, man, I think I'm cool, man. I think I've had enough. Then nigga, do what you gotta do, man.
These production companies like Sony and shit, they don't give a shit, man. Like you're pretty much printing money for them. You think that like if you say you want to fucking do Spider-Man for the next fucking 20 years, as long as you're printing money for them, they was gonna say, fuck yeah, here you go. Sign this contract. We want you in that shit. They don't give a shit, man, because you're printing money for them.
For him to come back, if even that, because it's like I understand burnout. Like Tom Holland is our age. That's the crazy thing. So like, of course, I can empathize to like a 10% degree, if that even makes sense. I can empathize with the fact that feeling burnout was something, and then taking back what you said before, because you can change your mind. Like people can change their mind all the time.
Right.
Hugh Jackman, for example, said he wanted to play Wolverine until he was an old man, and he talked to Seinfeld. He said, "Hey, I don't think you should do that." And at first, I was like kind of like, man, what the fuck? He said he was gonna do this, but I didn't recognize that Hugh Jackman is almost like 55 years old. You can't do that shit forever. Working out like that, man, is fucking tough.
Yeah, it's taxing. Very, very taxing.
Because the more you like work out your muscle, the more you fucking like tearing that shit and rebuilding it. Like your body sometimes cannot like do that shit anymore, man. Like re-tearing your muscle and rebuilding it, tearing your muscle and rebuilding it. That's basically what lifting weights does to your muscle. So like if you're getting old and you keep doing that shit, you're fucking your body over even more than you think you are. I mean, it's one thing that you could like work out to get like your heart like in a great condition and shit, but trying to be lifting weights and be doing that shit, yeah, that is not the best for people who their bodies gotten in that age range.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, like, I can say for a fact that like working out while working like a full-time job is just difficult within itself, and not even just difficult in that the workout and the time management. It's just that like when you're sore and you have to wake up early in the morning and you feel it in like the muscles that you worked out.
Yep.
Shit is whack. That shit is whack.
I feel that shit almost every time though. When I used to work out this fucking stupid ass job that I was doing, but that's a story for a different time that I don't fucking I don't have to experience anymore, thankfully. So whack.
Yep.
I hope Tom Holland actually gets a chance to take a break. Like, I hope they don't like try to do the Venom versus Spider-Man thing anytime soon. He does have one more movie under his contract. I'm not sure if that is the Spider-Man versus Venom one, but like
it probably is. Like I don't see what else it could be.
If it is, then good. I hope it ends with that. Like I really hope he gets a chance to take a break because, and it's just like after the whack. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I would honestly keep my relationship like a secret, and like just as like a celebrity, because of the fact that there's some just bold motherfuckers out there. Like people, or like when it was like Tom Holland and like Zendaya, I think they were going to one of the Spider-Man events, and one guy was just like, "Zendaya, have my babies," and she like looked like she looked like, what the fuck? And then like you could just see Tom Holland. Dude, honestly, Tom Holland looks like just a chipper guy. But him just looking like pissed, just like, yeah, who the fuck said that? Like, I understand why people do cocaine. Like, I understand like why people do drug abuse and stuff like that.
Because
Like,
it numbs their feeling towards stupid shit like that, bro.
yeah.
Because like that's why like you see so many fucking entertainers like turn to drugs and shit because like it numbs their feelings towards like crazy ass fucking people. And trust me, there are fucking a lot of crazy people out there.
Yep. You ain't never lied.
And you wonder why like everybody is just like so fucking like suspicious of everybody else. Just just because of how like fucked up the world is. But
Can't trust no one.
nope.
Nope.
Can't trust
No, you
no
cannot.
one who say they want to be friends because it's just. I don't know. Let's get into the Spider-Man trailer because trailer 2 finally came out. Man, finally they forced Sony's hand. And Marvel bit back
Which,
hard because of the fact that they edited a lot of shit out.
yeah,
'Cause
and I found that hilarious that initially they were butting heads on whether or not to even. Well, Sony wanted to have Toby and Andrew there, and Marvel did not, which is like, bro, nigga, like,
But I think what ended
it's
up
the
happening was
worst
like
kept
they were
secret ever.
going to. I feel like they were going to do it, but the thing was that people kept badgering. This is my little headcanon is that people were badgering the actors so many times, like because they kept asking Andrew Garfield. They can't find Toby for some reason, but they just kept badgering him. And I don't know if people realize, but
That's
all these
because
people
Andrews
see the
always have
same
a
shit
fucking
that you.
project going on.
No, I know, but like the thing is like they're badgering him because he's like the closest to answer because they can't get a hold of like Toby because Toby isn't doing any other project. But it's just like I don't know if people recognize this, but like celebrities see the same shit you do, especially Kevin Feige. So you think for a fact if you keep asking, he's just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna give them what they want. Nah, nigga, nah. Let's just have the lizard get kicked by a gust of wind. Cause I feel like they were actually gonna be in the trailer, but then Kevin Feige was like, "Nah, take that shit out. These guys don't deserve it. We'll wait
And
until the movie."
it's funny. It's funny though because like uh they would come on these damn shows trying to promote their current projects, and instead of them being interviewed about a fucking current project that they came to promote, niggas is just gonna start asking off the wall question about all that fucking shit that's coming down the future. Like that's
Yeah,
not what they came here for. They're not gonna start telling you about shit that they didn't come here to promote. They came here to promote like that current project that's going on, bro. Stop asking them about shit that they signed NDA about because now you're just gonna have an awkward situation of awkward silence where they can't really say nothing. So now they have to fucking laugh awkwardly and stare at you and just not say nothing instead of you having an actual conversation and asking them about that current project that they are working on and getting how you say a proper interview out of them. Because I
yeah,
don't care what kind of stupid ass scoop that you get from them, it's not even gonna be like a proper answer. Because in essence, they're not gonna answer shit because they are under NDA. So stop wasting everybody else's time and stop asking them stupid questions. Because remember, they was doing the same shit with Michael Keegan and shit when he did that he was gonna be Batman again,
oh yeah.
and like he couldn't really announce that shit properly. So every time they ask him these questions, like he just keep dodging it and trying to like find a workaround answer that doesn't even make any fucking sense.
It's kind of weird how
Right.
they keep asking them because they have these conversations before they go live, and it's kind of weird how
Right.
they pretty much tell them like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna talk about. This is what I'm gonna ask you." Um, and sometimes you have those dickhead reporters or like news specialists where they'd be like, let's just go ahead and hit it with a fast one. Like, let's ask them a wild ass question. Because I know Ellen does it. I know Wendy Williams did it. Even fucking Jay Leno does it.
I mean, yeah, but that's exactly why a lot of people who don't want to fucking reveal shit don't go on that show anyway.
I
Only
mean,
people who
Or if they do, they're really smart what they
right.
say.
I
Like
mean,
because
Sometimes
they definitely do that.
I remember when fucking I forget. Damn, man, I'm forgetting everyone's names. William Defoe. Before, like, it was ever even we knew or we had an inkling that he might be coming back, and they had asked him like, like they asked it in a smart way. Like they didn't outwardly like ask him about Spider-Man, but they asked it into a way that implied it. He was just like, "I'll just let the work speak for itself, man. Like I have some projects coming up, and I can't talk about it." And that's all he said. It's just like,
And that's the
Yeah.
thing, like that's the thing. Not only are you if you're in the entertainment industry, you have to be really good at your craft. You also have to be good at fucking navigating the media, man. Because
exactly,
if
yeah.
you're not good at that, then
Yeah,
like
because then you end up giving up a little bit too information, and then you get in trouble for that shit.
right,
They're just like,
There's
yeah, you should
there's
keep
another
your
thing too.
fucking
It's
mouth
like
shut.
they actually don't even know like if they're like, cause say if it's a cameo, there's a good chance they might cut that cameo out and they won't actually
yeah,
know.
Right.
exactly. Because now you because remember what was it? Was it Rogue or somebody was in X-Men Days of Future Past or some shit like that, and
Yeah, it was Rogue.
they had all these damn conversation about what the fuck was going on, and guess what? They cut her entire role out of the damn movie. They didn't
Yeah,
ever very fucking show her in the movie, so yeah. And she went through all the press conference and all this shit, but they cut that shit out. So don't like nothing is set in stones with these final editing and shit. So if people like that's what people like you gotta respect that NDA, man. It's there for a reason. Don't screw
Right.
your fucking paycheck over.
yeah. I just think this
Yeah.
trailer, the Spider-Man Far From Home. Wait, did I say Far From Home? Why did I say that? Uh,
Homies.
No Way Home, No Way Homies is it was a sloppy trailer just because the fact that I
It
could tell
was
there's just like it was just wildly edited because
super edited.
their original intention was against Marvel's wishes because you had like some shots that were basically replicated like when Doctor Strange just like they're coming through, that's not a real scene. They basically copied it
No.
from earlier in the trailer and they flipped it. But yeah, like I agree with some people. They're like, oh, like there's some bad dialogue where it's just like, yeah, Scooby Doo this crap. Don't know why they included that part in
You
there.
gotta
Like
talk
that
about
shit
please,
was,
please Scooby Doo this crap. Like
yeah,
what?
like that
Like
shit's
get out
kind
of
of
here with this
that shit's kind
stupid
of
trailer,
whack right
man.
there. It's like that you're starting to show like the type of Marvel MCU that people get fatigued from with like the jokes and stuff like that. I hope that's not actually in the real movie. I mean, people have been very critical about it, so they might change it. But
I don't
yeah,
know. I mean, yeah, it was probably like not the best joke I've ever done, but I don't care. I'm just there to see three Spider-Man fucking fight people, bro.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
all I'm there.
I'm not gonna say the trailer's just gonna make me not want to see the movie. I'm just saying it's just a bad trailer because of like this, given the circumstances. Like they could have just. I feel like they could have just not done a trailer at all, and it would have been fine. Like
Yeah, I
people are
mean,
gonna
the
see the
literally,
movie regardless.
yeah, the movie comes out in like a month,
Yeah, and I
less
think
than a.
it's gonna be sold out. I highly doubt they're like the first 3 days are not gonna be like have sold out theaters. They might end up showing that shit like in multiple like sections because of how popular that movie is. Like
Yeah, no, for real.
because
Yeah, that
I
shit is gonna be gangbusters,
and
man.
I don't even honestly I'm not gonna lie I don't even want to see it in theaters because of the fact that I'm afraid I won't be able to enjoy it because of the fact that either A, someone's gonna bring their dumbass kid who's gonna be crying. I ain't gonna lie, I swear I would throw a cup
Just
of
smacks
water at that kid.
smacks somebody in the face
Yeah, no,
with
because
it.
like I don't know why people bring kids who can't handle movie theaters into the fucking theaters. Like that's so inconsiderate. It makes me just want to like just throw popcorn at the parent and just clap
I
their
would tell you
dad.
like if you're gonna see movies in the theater, like I'd go like super fucking like don't I'd go like super early or go super late, man. Because that way, like especially if you're gonna I don't like try to always see movies like the first weekend it comes out, especially if it's like super popular like that.
Yeah,
So I
I don't
always
do
try
that
to
either.
wait. I always try to wait for like say like Sunday where I know like motherfuckers are going back to school. So on school nights you ain't about to be seeing dumbasses in that shit, or should I say like noisy people in that crap. So I either go there super late or like extra early where like motherfuckers are in church or some shit. So
No, we tried doing that, man. Being remember that time we tried to see Spider Man 2 and we like try to, because it was me, that one chick, and one of my friends who went to go see Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then we went early. It was on a Sunday, and we're like, yeah, there shouldn't be like a whole bunch of people in here. I was like, it's like church time. Like we dead ass, we're gonna see the movie at like I think like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm pretty sure church ends like around like 11, almost close to noon. And we're like, yeah, we should be good. Next thing you know, a whole bunch of fucking people are walking out of the cars and stuff like that. And I was like, what the fuck? I said, these niggas supposed to be in church. I'm like, what the here? I was like, yo.
Yeah, I
It was
remember
fucking
that.
crazy.
Yeah, me, man, I'm gonna try to get my tickets ASAP, man. I need to see that.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
want to. I don't.
Better stay up until 12 tonight, because it's going live tomorrow.
Wait, what? I thought it was the 29th. It was going live.
Oh, it's the 29th? Oh, I don't know. I don't know then. I thought it was the next. I thought it was the next Friday after, or the next Monday after it came out.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the 29th.
I double checked then, because shit's gonna be gone. That shit's gonna be gone like a GPU.
Yep.
I'm not in a hurry. I can watch that shit anytime.
Who?
And they don't. She said she don't like Spider-Man, so I can watch that shit whenever I want to watch
Oh,
it.
thank goodness, because I would hate to hear how like you heard something, and then every time something happened, she'd look at you dead in your face and be like, yeah. Why didn't you fucking laugh when I laughed?
Yeah.
Did you find this shit
Yeah,
funny, nigga?
she's
Like,
not. She's not a big Spider-Man fan, so we're good there.
That's
Oh,
good.
good. So you can go by yourself, solo dolo, nigga. Watch that shit. Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Should be crazy. I don't know. I hate the fact that some people, like, honestly, man, TikTok. I don't know. I only go on TikTok because of the fact that I'm trying to just pass time at work. But like I seen people have like just the worst theories. Like, you know, when Spider-Man was like literally being caught by his own web.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like if you could just connect two to two together.
Of course, there's another
Obviously
fucking
get the four.
Spider-Man.
No,
Right,
yeah,
there's another
guys.
Spider-Man fucking
Someone
trying to
literally
save
was
his
just
life.
like, oh, someone was like, yeah. Someone said, I have a theory, guys. Like, you know, when Doctor Strange opens a portal, a web catches Peter's foot. Whose web is that? I'm like, you
Oh my god, it's
stupid
it.
fuck.
The
Like,
fucking portal.
exactly.
It's a portal web.
It's like it's a fucking portal, and it's just like people are like, whose web is that? I think that's Toby's. And it's like, if you think he would actually open up a web, open up a portal, and it would open to somehow Toby's web catch him, don't you think that Peter or Toby would shoot through that little portal right there? Like, you are so fucking dumb. Like, these niggas have like the critical thinking skills of a fucking lab rat. Like, oh my god.
Well, people always want to be right about that ideas they have, so
no,
they're not there for throwing it out there.
Or some shit. They think they're like Tim Drake Robin, where they're like, oh, I see these things right here, and I think this is it. Like, if you see it right here, like I get it. Like the people are like, yeah, just zoom in to see all the teasers and stuff like that for like the poster, and people just try to see signs that aren't actually there. Like, some people were like talking about how like, oh, like Venom is hanging on one of the scaffolds. He's not gonna show up during the fight.
Nigga, Venom is not. The only where this nigga is showing up is an end credit scene, if at most, if even that. Or at the very end of the movie, like when everything's said and done, he's just like, what the fuck is going on? That's probably what it's gonna be.
Because basically from the Venom movie, he's not even been set up as straight up like an evil dick of a villain.
No, matter of fact,
so he's not even gonna show up to do anything over here.
Matter of fact, like because I think I was listening to Emergency also Charlie, and I'm pretty sure like he said that in Venom's mind, because like he's never had an experience with Spider-Man, the first thing he's seeing is that J. Jonah Jameson is calling this nigga an evil person. So he probably
so he thinks he
thinks Spider-Man
is an evil person. So now he want to go and save the fucking city from Spider-Man.
Exactly. So Yeah. First he has to
And
fight,
I
and you know
and
how
I bet
stupid.
you he's gonna mistake Spider-Man as a symbiote to begin with anyway, because he's been running into way too many symbiotes anyway. So if you start seeing a guy over here wearing a freaking kind of like a symbiote suit shooting webs everywhere, you're probably gonna mistake him for a symbiote too.
You
I
might,
mean,
yeah.
if he still has that sensory shit where he can like identify symbiotes from like that brainwave or whatever the fuck they have. But I don't know if he still does that, where like he can feel that presence and shit. But if he can't, then yeah, he's probably gonna think Spider Man's a damn symbiote and try to go and kill him because he's been like the media's portray him as an evil person or whatnot.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like whatever, like if the next movie comes, like you know how you see Spider Man's like new suit where it has like the gold
Mhm.
and stuff. I kind of feel like that's gonna be the precursor to the symbiote suit because if you look at its design, it kind of wraps around his shoulders like the symbiote costume would. I'm trying to find the picture too. I don't know. Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
if you look at it, the webbing and everything is very reminiscent to like the symbiote. Just make that shit all black and have the white, and yeah, you'd have it. You'd have it right there.
Right.
So
That
if
could be
you
the
ask,
case, but I don't think Venom is gonna be in this movie until probably end credit scene or when all the fights is over anyway. Then they're probably like
oh no, I was talking
end.
about for specifically the Venom versus Spider Man movie, like because I guess in this part right here, Spider Man in that crossover is supposed to get the symbiote suit, but I'm saying like if
Oh,
he does and he has that black, red, and gold outfit, I'm pretty sure that would be the symbiote suit right there. Like once it kind of overlays over him.
oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That could
because
be the
after
case.
that, he's not gonna have the web fluid at all
Right.
because
He's
it's
gonna
not
have
gonna
that
be all
bio,
natural.
yeah, bio shit like Toby has.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, oh man, is he gonna have black webs though? Hmm.
probably. I mean,
Yeah.
they should. I would hope so. Because like I mean, even look at the way that his web shooters are looking in the in like the not I'm looking at a Google image, but like in the gold one, he has like ones at the top. I don't know. It's just kind of that kind of just makes me think that's what it's gonna look like because the pattern looks very similar to the symbiote. Because we never seen like his like spider symbol like that huge
Right.
before. So
And yeah, usually, yeah, with Venom, like whenever we've seen him like bond with Peter, it's like the his spider symbol usually gets a lot bigger. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. I do wonder what his suit is gonna look like with Venom all over it. I guess it's gonna be sick, man.
yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
Um. Gosh. I guess you can hop back to music, man. What is this whole thing about the baby? Like he kicked someone
Oh
out.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That whole thing is just funny, man. I mean, not funny for his baby moms, but like, and this will lead into a big conversation because it just shows like a certain sort of arrogance on like the women's side. But here's the thing, man. So the baby, like, there's this artist. Her name is Danileigh, right? And they had been dating for a while. And she's actually a musician I listen to. She has some pretty good music or whatever. But they get together or whatever. But bro, the baby's had a long history of like a lot of these rap niggas where they're not faithful, man. Like I don't get why these chicks get it in their head that you're gonna be any different from any of the fucking 50 billion chicks this nigga's already smashed. But I digress. Anyway, what ends up happening, right? They've been together for a while. She gets preggo and has a kid for him. This dude, first of all, during her pregnancy, this dude fucking ghosted on her. Like, even though they had been together for a while, ghosted on her. And then I guess he felt somewhat bad about doing that. So then he came back. And then she has the kid or whatever. And they're like, staying together or whatever have you. And as what from what I read in the story, this dude, this dude is attempting to kick her out, right? And so she's like, taking care of the baby or whatever, and he's like antagonizing her to kick her out. But in doing so, obviously she responds, she gets pissed off, and then she like slaps him like once or twice. This nigga then takes those like us like even when he called the police, they're like, bro, she only like smacked you like once. Like, what the fuck are you calling us for, man? This dude proceeds to call the police to get her kicked out, get her and the baby kicked out.
Oh,
And
I
I
thought
was
he
just
left.
like,
I thought he had the baby still in the
no,
house. Oh
no.
man.
He's trying to get her and the kid get the fuck out of there, bro. And this is why I'm just saying there's this some sort of like arrogance with like certain females where I get it, you look good, blah 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 blah, but you are not tying down niggas like this. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. If this nigga has a long history of just fucking chicks, he don't care what he's out here doing. He don't care. You are not tying this man down. I don't care what you do. The nigga is gonna fuck chicks, regardless. So why do you think that? Oh yeah, I'm this and that, and well, he's gonna be faithful. We're gonna stay. No, no, you're fucking not. And this is case in point right here.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it is, and that's why I said he's a piece of shit for that. But he don't give a fuck.
I mean,
We've seen time and time again this nigga's character where he just don't give a flying fuck, man. He just
she
does.
should have like hit him though, because
right, because
don't
there,
put
there,
your.
there was no
I
way
could
he could
kinda
win
s-
that fight. So I
there
guess
was
like
there
the
was no. I
best
could
way
kind
he
of
could
excuse
fucking
that
like
a
solve the
little bit,
problem was calling the
like the hitting
cops.
thing, because like if you're literally like he was doing that on purpose. Honestly, he was antagonizing her while she's taking care of their kid. Like, come on,
Or
man.
you antagonize someone, you could either like walk away or
Right.
just do something, because just like if the same thing happened to where she antagonized him and he sucked the melanin out of her skin, like
Yeah,
people
he's
would
going to
be
jail.
yeah, people would be like,
Yeah, of
man,
course.
we can't
Yeah, of course,
cancel this nigga just for him to hit another woman.
man. No, he's not. Like we've been over this. This nigga's like. This nigga's been canceled so many times and nothing's
Yeah, and
fucking
he's
happened. Like,
apparently been uncanceled by the CEO of the LGBT, apparently, from what I've been hearing. But it's just like if the roles were reversed.
Wait, that's a CEO. Never
Apparently,
mind, man.
bro. Apparently,
I'm not even gonna get into this conversation
there's
because
also
I
a
know,
CEO of Black Lives Matter too. So there you go. But
of course. I
no,
mean, you
like
got to be able to make money out of exploiting people's fucking private misery somehow.
it's fucking wild. Yeah, but no, I was saying it's just like if the roles are reversed, like I don't know, like bro, I've been antagonized before a lot with the people that I've associated with in relationships, and like I just chose to do the thing where it's like I walked away
yeah, of course,
or I
of
closed the
course.
door, but like I'm not
But
gonna
I
Walking
feel
like
away,
like
walking away doesn't hurt, man.
yeah,
Walking
it
away
doesn't.
does
It
not fucking
doesn't.
hurt.
And I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying I can understand this situation, like sort of, because it's like, bro, you're a piece of shit, man. Like it's fine if you don't want to be with her, but why are you kicking your own kid out too? Like, you're a piece of shit.
I mean,
You're garbage. Like, there's
hey,
no other way to say that. You're garbage. But also, too, again,
I mean,
it goes
there's
back
no,
to the other side too, where like I was saying, I don't know why these chicks, because shit, you can
but
bring
that's
up
the
the
thing
same
though.
thing
Like,
with
it doesn't hurt to
Future.
tell the person like sometimes like it's just better to just like break stuff off and like
Yeah,
call
which they should.
because it
But
spares everybody that feeling. I know in the moment when somebody break up with you, it's gonna hurt as fuck, but it's just better that
yeah,
way, dude.
especially if they do it like this, like where
Because
you're
keep
just like,
like
oh, and that's one piece of information too. This dude tried to downplay their entire relationship, even though they had been together for a while. He was calling her like he got on IG Live. He's like, oh yeah, she's only a side chick. It's just like, dude, like this is why you need to choose who you're fucking sleeping with properly, man.
yeah, a side
Because
chick that is still having your baby though, so that still didn't change the fact.
yeah,
Whatever.
he fucked that up. He fucked the 101 rule that you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to get your side chick pregnant. Usher made it pretty clear back in the early 2000s of what
Yep.
not to do, and this guy went ahead and did it.
Yep.
That's the reason why I say, be careful. You're right. Be careful who you choose, because
Yeah. No, because the example I was about to bring up is like, you remember how, I mean, it's different for her in this case, but you remember how Sierra, she fell for Future's bullshit. This nigga had a long
Yeah.
list of his fucking chicks, and for some reason she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna change this nigga. Yeah, we're gonna be together." No, no, you're
But
not. This nigga
that's the
got you pregnant and left.
No amount of
Left
but
goodies he
because she
got
that
that
liked
can
that's
some
the
supply
shit.
this
that's the
nigga's
thing
hunger.
that's the thing people need to
Yeah,
fucking learn. I guess this is why like some women entertainers get really smart about this shit and just don't fucking try to date fellow entertainers and just
trainers.
date
Yeah,
like
it makes sense. It
I
makes
mean,
because
sense.
that just
I
makes
feel like they
sense.
still do it because a lot of, I mean, if you're talking about like Saweetie and stuff like here, he was trying to literally game the system by tricking. Like they still do it. It's just that like they do it in like other ways. But honestly, it's just they're both pieces of shit to be quite honest.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
They're
like
both pieces of shit because for one, the baby shouldn't kick out his own kid. The chick shouldn't have
yeah, and
hit the guy because of the fact he just
Right.
fell. He just fell for them. She fell for the most childish
she
mistakes.
she she did, and that's totally on you. You should have known the type of nigga you were dealing with. Like, I don't see how you would think again that you're gonna change a nigga that has a long history of doing this type of shit. But
Wait,
also too, like a knock against her, which had people laughing at her, is the fact that she had basically, and this is what they had first started like fucking around. I don't know why she did this, but she basically made this song where it basically was like, he likes me because I'm like light skinned, basically type shit, and it was
Oh,
just like,
how did
you're
she
fucking,
not get
you're
canceled?
I don't know, man. Like
Oh,
it was
whoa.
fucking dumb. Yeah. So that's why people like, I remember I was reading something and someone was like, I might actually start feeling bad for this fucking chick right here. Considering
Fuck.
that happened to her. But it is funny considering you told us just a while ago that yeah, he likes me because I'm light skinned. So yeah, which is fucking stupid. I don't know why you would even say.
Uh, you know what? I don't feel bad for no one. I mean, except for the kid maybe, but like, no,
Yeah,
I don't.
the
I don't
kid.
feel bad. I don't feel bad for no one because that's just get that colorist shit out of here.
Yeah, nah, for real though.
Get that
Fuck that.
fucking bummy ass shit at the fuck out of here, cause nah.
Yeah, because shit, with you saying that, clearly it don't matter to this nigga. It's like that. Let's just get that out
Oh,
of it. It does not matter to a nigga. If he just wants to fuck you, he will do so, smash and leave. And it don't matter what fucking skin color you are, bro. Niggas do not discriminate normally, I should say.
yeah. Well, I mean, they don't discriminate with you know side pieces, but they will with their own relationships. That's where they pretty much
and
draw the line.
speaking of like abusive relationship, did you guys see that fucking NFL player who was just tossing
Yeah,
his girlfriend around like
man.
Wait,
crazy?
I'm not
what?
gonna lie, bro. I'm not sure how
Like,
she wasn't like screaming in pain because the shit that she was doing and the
bro,
shit that he was doing to her looked
Kai,
painful as
you
fuck.
just search that shit on YouTube and you'll see, man. Like, just search former like NFL player beats his girlfriend and you see what I'm talking about. That shit
That
was
nigga,
brutal,
that
man.
nigga needs to be put in
Like,
the ground.
he
Like
need to
that.
be put somewhere where he's not gonna see the light of day anymore. He picked this lady up and threw her against a damn TV, bro. Like,
Oh
she
my
slammed
god.
against the TV and bounced back. That shit is not even funny, man.
Yeah, no. He needs
Yeah,
to be. He
fuck
needs to be.
this piece. This guy's a
He,
piece of shit,
he needs to
bro.
be put down for real. Cause like that. I
Yeah,
And
don't. I don't
that's
the
know.
worst part
that's
about it, the baby was like, he had she had a baby like in a crib, like not far away either, and he just like you could hear the baby cry in the background, and he just like throwing her around, man, and just slamming her, like picked her up and like
what a piece of shit, dude.
that.
Fuck that guy. I'm not gonna watch the video. I don't want to see that, but fuck him. Like, yeah, he
There's
needs to be
just
put onto
there's
the jail,
something
man.
with like NFL players where they just do like wild shit. Like the one guy who got caught in a DUI. This guy has to be the dumbest nigga in America right now because of the fact that he just got signed on a contract for the NFL and he fucked that up by getting into a DUI and killing a girl and her dog by a car crash. Like,
Fucking
I
yikes.
guess all that concussion fucking goes places because that's some fucking stupid shit right there, man. Like
He couldn't get it. Hey, dude, he literally did not even start. He literally signed on. I think he might have played only like a couple of games, or might not even that.
I,
Because I don't understand. Like I don't know like when the football season
I mean,
actually begins.
I didn't mean like his NFL concussion because football players like they're already freaking having concussions since fucking high school anyway. So
I mean, they
that
do. Yeah, you're right.
that is just yeah. But seriously, that shouldn't be an excuse for people doing stupid shit where like they busted up that brain so badly like their sense of reasoning is just out the window that they would just gonna be doing stupid shit like that.
Well, his sense of reasoning was drinking while he was driving. I mean, if you've seen the video where this guy zooted like down the street because mind you, he had like a sports car, right? This guy was going like over 100 miles per hour, like zooming down the street, and then this guy had the nerve to cry and be like, he was like, "Get me out of here! Just get me out of here, man!" Yeah, get his ass into a jail cell, like
Oh, what a fucking
fucking
doof.
bitch.
Yeah, fuck both of those niggas. Pieces of shit, man.
I
It's
don't know.
fucking yikes.
Yeah. I guess I gotta get that out my mind. But I guess moving on to games, Dragon Ball Breakers or The Breakers was announced as a set in the Xenoverse uh universe, and basically it's like a
I'm
survival
not gonna
game.
lie, that game looks trash.
It does look trash. Like I don't know how they managed to downgrade the graphics even more when it's literally using the same
with the
engine.
right and with the new gen consoles out right now, how the hell
Yeah.
do they have that trash looking game coming out? That should look like a mobile/tablet games, and even that look and most mobile/tablet games look better than that crap.
Like
I don't know
looking at
what
the
the hell is going
characters
on
work and
there.
shit, I was just like, oh my god, like his fucking arms just look really weird. And I was like, man, there is not enough detail or anything. Like, I get what they were trying to do.
I like the concept, and I have to say, because when I first saw Cell, I was like, here we fucking go again with this
And that's
shit.
and that's the thing though, but
And
because it's
then
like you could do so much more with that. Like, if this is Xenoverse, bruh, here's here's at least two characters that you're missing out on. The androids, because the fact that Lord knows how terrifying those guys were during the future Trunks arc, and then you got Black Zamasu Black or Goku Black.
which I mean they could do that. Maybe this is just the base game,
Oh
and
no,
they'll add like
fuck that,
other
man. No,
characters
fuck that.
as it goes on. I'm not saying
Are you implying they should monetize that shit
no,
because
I'm
that
not
was
saying
just
as paid. I
because you
mean
know is
fucking
what's gonna happen though.
add it for free. No, not fucking paid,
No,
nigga.
they
Of course
don't.
not.
You know they're not gonna do that because of the fact they're always constantly like shitting out DLC for Xenoverse 2 for characters that have already been there, and they're like, yeah, let's make them blue this time. Like,
Oh man.
Uh, I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, in terms of graphics, it's not the best, but the concept, I'm at least saying,
No,
at
the
least they're trying
concept is
to,
good.
yeah, at least in that regard, at least
I
it's not
mean,
just another fucking
it's
Dragon
a
Ball game from A to
it's a
B where I've fucking played this a million times, man. If you're gonna make a fucking story game, do Super at this point, man. Fuck Dragon Ball Z, bro. I'm tired of
it's
playing
a
the same shit.
asymmetric gameplay. We've seen that before. They're just doing it with the Dragon Ball characters. So
Yeah,
that's not
but
really anything new though. It's just
yeah,
pretty
I
much
mean,
we've
I
already
know that,
seen
but
it
I'm saying for the
over and
Dragon
over
Ball
again.
license in general, because literally all they ever do is what I just said. Where what was the last game? Dragon Ball Kakarot, where we're
Yeah.
playing through the fucking story for the fucking 500 million time. Nigga, I don't stop doing that. If you're gonna make a story game, do Super and then the Broly movie and then call it a day, man. I'm just tired of Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. Or hell, even a Dragon Ball game. I'd play that, the original one. But yeah, besides
It's
that,
it's
yeah,
just it's
that's
just
all I.
not gonna happen, and
Yeah, so
I don't know. It's yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's the reason why I stopped playing Dragon Ball games and I haven't gotten like Xenoverse 2 and stuff like that. It's just because like I guess there comes a point in time where like if you just don't get what you want, you're just no longer interested. And I mean that's just what happened to me because
yeah,
they
no,
tried with
because like
Xenoverse
they
2.
tried, And it's
Yeah.
like it just sucks. Like with the original universe, like that was bare bones as fuck. But you saw the potential. And I was like, okay, you have a system here. If you just flesh it out, it could be good. But then it's just like it's essentially the same shit. Especially like with the story mode, it was
That's
just
because
like okay.
you kept giving these people like the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna do something better.
No, we
Yeah,
weren't
that
we
was
weren't
back when
giving
I
them the
was
benefit of the doubt
that was back
fully.
when I was naive. I was naive anyway. But
Yeah, but no, even then we're like, okay, they didn't put like all the things in there because remember, like they would say things and they would lie. That's not giving benefit of the doubt. That's just them straight lying because
true, yeah, they're
like
liars.
they
Yeah,
were saying where the character customization because I remember it like not almost exactly, but I remember they were saying like, hey, so we're gonna like put more emphasis on the other characters as far as like transformations and stuff like that, and they still to this day just what did they do? Only made Piccolo the Namek people just grow larger. They
yep,
ain't doing
pretty much.
shit.
Yep.
And it's like on top of that too, it's like the customization, like the hair stuff was just bad. Like,
Yeah, it was
bruh,
terrible.
you
Like
had you
especially
had a
I
Trunks
hate
hairstyle, and his hair should have been
I hate.
spiky, and they're just like, nah, flat.
Yeah, that shit. I like that's one thing I really hated, man. I was like you guys are fucking lazy, man. Like if you're gonna make a Dragon Ball game, like this is just why I'm just like, how is it that people like us, like fans of, and this is not just Dragon Ball, like anything, can come up with
Battlefield 40,
fucking better,
2042.
that too, better ideas than the fucking developers come up with. Like it's just like, dude, you guys are just fucking lazy and terrible, man. I'm just so sick of it, man. Such garbage. And yeah, Battlefield too. Like this was the first Battlefield in a while I was actually interested in. I'm happy I didn't get it though, because like I looked at that, I was just like, yeah, Dice man, yeah. Whoever was there back in the day, like
I
during
told you that
BC2
game. I
era,
told you that game was gonna be shit, and you didn't
BC2.
believe me.
I didn't. I
You-
never said I
you-
didn't. I just said I was trying to be hopeful that it would be good. But I'm glad
Again,
I didn't get it.
optimism.
But
Well,
You're
no,
like,
because they
I haven't
showed they
played up.
showed images of what
but
like the new mechanics were
yeah,
gonna be like. They were showing videos of like buildings falling apart,
yeah. I
but
wish they fucking lied. Yeah,
yeah,
about
no,
all.
like I said, we don't give companies benefit of the doubt. We get
Bro,
like
I
what
played
we
a
get from
Battlefield
it.
demo, remember? And I told you I didn't like that shit, so I'm like, nope.
Yeah, but
I'm
you didn't go to any specific
I didn't
reason.
go into details because it was shit.
You gotta go into detail in
No,
order to
nigga, then
explain
give it the
yourself.
detail. You get. I'm not just gonna take your word because
Well,
the same way you don't like something, I could like something, and that's vice versa as well. Like you could like something, I could hate it. Like it's just
No,
that simple.
no, my
But
thing is like if you don't like something, you gotta say like what it was.
yeah,
You just said
what
you
it
I
didn't
mean,
was.
like it.
I do go into details on if I don't like something. It's just like Battlefield. I just assume it was like common knowledge that shit was gonna be shit anyway. So
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't. I
but
mean,
yeah,
it,
I
it
didn't
was
have to
very
waste
it
my
was
time
very
listening there.
mixed because the things that they showed was not the things that they advertised was not in the final thing. Like the buildings are supposed to be destructible. So I don't know what it's supposed to be like that has the best destruction from all the other battlefields. And they showed videos of it of like how like detailed it was. But then when it actually came out and you had like Shroud or
Right.
whoever like literally grinding his jet
yeah,
against a
I
building. I was
saw
like,
that.
what
That
is
shit
that?
was so fucking stupid, dude. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, dude. It's so unfortunate, and I mean, Call of Duty has long since fallen off, but yeah, both Call of Duty and Battlefield at this point are both essentially the sports games. Like for the FPS genre, they're like the sports games at this point.
I
You
mean,
know, they just
it's
don't give a fuck. They just do whatever, put it out, make money, and they don't care.
that's
That's
literally
that's
every company right now. Like
yeah.
Rockstar, when the GTA Definitive Edition. Now, I only wanted to get it because of the fact that like some of the games you can't play with the controller. Like you can't play Vice City with the analog stick. It just doesn't work that way. Um, Same thing with Liberty Stories or whatever. So like I was actually interested in getting it because like they actually updated the mechanics, but when they had pushed that shit out and literally messed up the servers for Rockstar forever because they messed up so bad that they didn't want to have a failure of a launch, but it didn't matter anyways. Like, man, there are glitches where I saw that dude was driving down the street and he kept wiggling his car. Every time he would shift left to right, his car got bigger.
What the
To
fuck?
where he looked like a giant. But his like car wheels were like very small because that was the only thing that didn't get affected by the glitch. So he looked like a transformer, and it's just I don't know.
God.
These companies, they ruin it for themselves, and like yeah, to a certain extent, like we are at fault for, like I'm saying, like for us, like we are at fault for giving benefit of the doubt, like maybe
Yeah,
more
because
than
it's
forty
just like,
percent,
bro,
because like 50% has
it's
not.
it's them. Yeah, it's them because they just sell false promises, and it's just like, man, like it just sucks to see where gaming is at because you just remember a time where things would come out, they'd be good, and they'd fucking work, and they'd just be great games. Like Battlefield, shit, Bad Company 2, man, that was the shit back in the day, and it's just
They're
like
never gonna make a
to
Bad Company
fall.
3.
I don't want them to do that because it'll be shit. It would be absolute shit if they touch that IP again. Fuck that. Like I don't want them to do nothing. I'm not probably ever gonna play another Battlefield ever again. Same thing with fucking Call of Duty. Like, and that's just dumb. That's just crazy to say because again, with Call of Duty, I remember when the PS3 was early in its life cycle and Modern Warfare, the first one came out. And I was like, oh shit, that was just like, damn, I never played FPS like this. And then just to see where these companies are at now, it's just like, whoa, man. It's just how can you be excited for anything? You
Halo
can't.
got affected by it too, because I mean I've only played Halo Reach on the 360, and like the multiplayer, like this whole freemium shit is really not it. Like I
Nope.
really wish Fortnite and Apex didn't come out because they're literally the curators of this stuff as far as like having free multiplayer, because don't get me wrong, the multiplayer is fun. It is fun. It's very polished after they delayed it for a year. It's just the things that really turn me off from the game is that like it's very hard to level up. Like, bro, I did like yesterday when I was like on my lunch break, because I played for like I would say like 45 minutes. I didn't even move. I didn't even budge because like the XP points that you get are only from challenges, not for playing the game. So like, you know how
That's
like,
dumb.
yeah, it's like you know how like when you play Apex and stuff like that, like you get bonus points for actually
You
just
get
being in
bonus
the
points
game and
from playing the
lasting
game,
longer.
from
Yeah,
being in a party with your friends and shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
None of that. You only get shit from actually just getting challenges done, and it's practically impossible because it's not, or it's not impossible, but it's very difficult because you got to get certain guns, and it's not like you can have a. I don't think you can have a particular loadout. I don't think you can do that. But you got to find these certain kind of guns, and you got to make sure you kill them. And if you die, you don't get those guns back. You have to find them all over again and hope and pray some random guy didn't actually take them from you and strip your body from the weapons and shit. But
Wow.
um, the only thing they really need to do is honestly they just need to fix the leveling system. They need to like strip some of the microtransactions because you actually have to pay for the colors of the outfits, which is just so stupid because you never had to do that before.
Wow.
Because there are some really cool looking outfits that I wouldn't actually mind, like I guess like paying money for, but it's just like even then they're treating it like Destiny 2, and y'all know how I feel about
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
But
No. And you
that's the
said
funny
you
thing though.
brought up Apex and Fortnite, but I think Destiny predated all that because to from where Destiny started to where it is now,
No,
that's what gave
the
that's what
game
gave
that predated all that shit was Overwatch. But
oh
what I'm about
Did
to get
Did
into,
Overwatch actually start that?
yeah, Overwatch started that shit.
Oh,
Overwatch started all the loot box and all those other crappy monetization that we see in games now, and FIFA went and made that shit next level. But anyway, what I was about to say is, what was I about to say? Like, why do games company, right? Like, they can borrow mechanics off other games, but instead of them borrowing the good mechanics that people like about the games, they always borrow the most shittiest mechanics and make it even shittier.
it's
Like,
because
seriously.
they they literally try to like they tried to advertise it as like a game that's for like newcomers, but the thing is, I was like, I'm not. If it was me, honestly, fuck you newcomers, because the fact that like I know for a fact that if you were actually a fan,
Casuals,
you would
yeah.
play the game, you would play the first game because it has been too long, and they have remasters. You would play the first game, and you would either not like it or you would like it. And I'll always bring up
I,
Assassin's Creed
I
for
don't know
that
why
fact.
company always use the excuse for a newcomer. I think that's just a cop out that they use just to make shit
Generic.
more yeah, generic and egregious in the monetization part of place, because like
Uh,
they use that excuse always all the time, because in the end the people who will buy that game out of your freaking longtime fans, like, don't try to go and bring that newcomers crap shit over here, because if the
right.
game was great to begin with, even if the newcomers come in there, they're gonna learn that shit real quick and become part of the community and enjoy the game. So they're just using that excuse just to make shit like bare bare bone and like and just overly monetize shit just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Make a
No.
lot of
Nigga, if you look at Assassin's Creed the DLC that came out, it is not. It's not Assassin's Creed no more. It's like Amazon's New World, because this thing is supposed to be in Valhalla, and they got a Shinobi pack. It looks like Ghost Tsushima of like mythical shit. You got like you got a blue little fox with like a flame tail and everything. Like,
like I said, games always borrow mechanics that people love and just make it shittier.
Yep.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah, no, you are right though. For some reason, these these games do try to act like, yeah, we're doing this to, make it a lot
Have
more
a
friendly for the new people, and
ease the
this is for the
entry for the new players.
casuals.
Yeah.
Like, man, fuck them.
Yeah, I
Like,
really do hate
fuck
people who are
those
like
niggas, bro.
casual gamers, like, and it's just like not actually interested in it. Like, bro,
Because
I'll
those players are not even gonna stick around. They're just gonna
oh they
yeah,
don't.
Exactly,
they're
bro.
gonna buy your
Why are
game
you
and play it for
catering to
2 seconds
people
and
like
just
that?
toss it away.
Dude, nigga,
So I don't know why
people
you're
move
going over
on to
here
shit
be doing
very
that shit.
quickly. They'll play your fucking game for a week, and then they're like, "Yep, well, on to the next thing." It's like,
But that's the
bro,
thing though. Those kind of people always like fly in dose to buy these games anyway. So I guess that's why they're always like happy to like have people have these games cater to them. Because those are people who show up in like millions just to buy the games anyway. So apparently they're not satisfied with that core audience that they have
oh, they're never satisfied because their
as as the
bottom
player
line
base.
is
So
just to fucking make money, and by any
So
means necessary. They
I
don't
honestly
care how.
feel like there might be like a time where they're literally just gonna be like, yeah, games are at a downfall, and we might not see like new games for like almost a decade because it's just gotten so bad that these corporations
bro,
just lose a lot of
at this
money.
point, all games company are trying to make that perpetual game evolving world crap where like they could just, instead of having to make new games, they just keep installing ways to like charge people for new shit in the same old game. That's all games company are working towards now.
That's why I don't.
Most game companies at least.
That's the reason why I don't like Xenoverse 2, because that game came out in 2016. The game came out in 2016. That's 5 years from now. Like, that is so crazy, because if you think about it, Xenoverse 2 came out in 2016. Two other titles. You had Fighter Z and you had Kakarot come out that same time or within that time frame, and they're still trying to push it out, because I guarantee you, once that super movie comes out, they're probably gonna add DLC for that too.
Oh yeah,
Whether or not Goku turns Super Saiyan 5 Ultra Instinct or some shit, it's up to them. But they're gonna keep pushing
yeah,
that shit out because they're never gonna do a Xenoverse 3. Like,
nah. And expect even if they did, that shit would fail.
Yeah.
No one's hyped for Xenoverse, dude. No one.
No, like the only thing people really want, they want a Raging Blast 3. They don't want Xenoverse. They don't want like no multiplayer shit. They just want Raging Blast, and they want just those mechanics. Like, man, Raging Blast 3 in my opinion is way better than Xenoverse. Like, you remember how like you could actually like swipe someone's like energy blast away and it would show it where like if you like slap Goku's Kamehameha away, nigga would just smile in your face. Like
Yeah.
Sergeant just like jackhammer swing on you like
Yeah, man. There was a lot of mechanics in there where it was just it actually like the fighting itself was a lot more fun because in Xenoverse, yeah, all you're doing is just spamming. That's pretty much it.
that was literally
I
like
mean,
the first evolved
shit like
Tenkaichi that we got.
fucking Kakarot's combat is kind of the same, but like where I think it shines, where which they should try to find a way to put that into other Dragon Ball games is where I don't know, I got this feeling whenever I was playing it like I was watching the anime almost. Like that's what it felt like. And I liked it for that. But yeah, the combat was not, anything special in any way.
They should
Whereas like with
incorporate those
Raging
abilities
Blast,
that you can actually do, where it's like if you charge your key, you can block attacks, or you can actually block attacks. Like I, 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 I swear to God, like why are we coming up with these things for people that they don't even like? They know they can come up with themselves.
I don't know, man.
I'm done with that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's dumb.
honestly, I was gonna do the manga chapters, but honestly, it's just TLDR for Boruto. Boruto probably had a heart attack. He was somehow on par with Code. That was the end of that. Dragon Ball Super. Granola got finessed. Who didn't see that coming? And then like this Majin Buu looking character grew like 6 feet tall, so he can be the NBA of Dragon Ball Z players, and he pretty much whooped Granola's ass. That's the end of that right there. I mean, it was a fun chapter to read both of those, but honestly, like after this conversation, I'm just not interested in talking about anything anime.
Well, I mean, we have a little bit left for us in terms of One Piece.
Yeah, no, you guys got
Um,
that.
yeah. So, um, I guess we could just start off with the fact that a One Piece film got announced, and there was a teaser for it. It's called One Piece Film Red, and it appears that from the teasers that they released, that it's going to be a Shanks-focused film, which makes sense because Izzy, wasn't it you that told me that pretty much Oda said next year is the year of Shanks, right? And
Yeah,
he's gonna
I mean,
start making his moves
he
and
didn't
stuff.
say it was year of Shanks. He just said like Shanks is gonna be making his move next year. Well, you know when he says those shits, like it always
Right. It
doesn't
doesn't
always
always
correlate
correlate. Yeah.
to like real life time because of all the breaks and shit. So, but
Right.
I guess like this announcement just starts like kind of pretty much starts what he's talking about with the year of Shanks, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Because that's crazy. Like this would be like we were talking about off air, the first movie that would actually be canon.
Canon. Yeah.
That has
I mean,
kind
it's
of
not confirmed that it's gonna be canon yet, but like with the speculations that's going on, there's a high likely chance that this movie may be canon because, in essence, like the way One Piece is going and Oda wants to like end the story, he can pretty much make this movie canon, kind of like what's that we were talking about
Demon Slayer.
Demon
Yeah.
Slayer,
Yeah.
where like this arc is gonna be like canon and that shit that happens in the arc will like correlate with what's happening in the manga at the same time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it, man, because the movies usually have like fucking superb animation.
Right.
Uh, everything is just beautiful when they animate the movies. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I was thinking to myself, Shanks, like he's such an elusive character. We know next to nothing.
you mean
Next to
you mean
fucking
that secret government agent?
yeah, like literally, this nigga has met
uh,
with the fucking Gorosei. This nigga came to fucking Marine Force, said everyone stop fucking fighting or else I'm gonna
I
destroy this
swear, like
shit.
this
Like,
man
I was
should
just
might
like,
as well
okay.
just be a freaking like Marines, because like he's the only pirate in the world who's like super powerful that somehow doesn't want to create any kind of conflict in the world. Like he constantly try to go and play peacemaker everywhere he goes, man.
Right.
Like
And it would have been crazy. Like, what if he couldn't? He like during Marineford. How do you think what would have happened if he
if they
was
didn't stop
unable?
fighting.
Yeah, that, and he was unable to stop Kaido from coming over there.
Oh,
That shit
the,
would have
the, the
just
war
been.
government would have been toast by now. Or not the war government, but the Marines would have been destroyed.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
the moment Kaido would have showed up on Marineford, you know this man is gonna be in his dragon form, so he's coming down with fucking his like his Shinron lightning and shit, and bringing wind and lightning and thunder and every kind of like natural disaster that he comes around. So yeah, and he's not gonna give a shit about Whitebeard pirates anyway because they're already losing. So or he's just coming there is to add fuel to the fire and
Yep.
just start bombarding people with shit. So yeah, that shit was gonna go. It was gonna go downhill for the Marines real quick, and I could not see Marineford actually sinking because with what he's doing right now, he could have lift the entire Marineford up and just remove his cloud from underneath it and just have that shit sink.
Yeah.
Because unlike Whitebeard, who was gotta keep in mind, Whitebeard was holding back a lot when he was fighting the Marines.
Right,
Kaido,
because
that
he was trying not to
right,
destroy the
kill his
terrain they're on,
and kill his
and
allies too.
yeah.
Kaido didn't give a shit. This man, he just won war. Like anywhere he goes, he just won destruction. So he would not give a shit to like pick that island up and just like flip it over and kill everybody on that shit. Because he just want the most epic war that it could be.
Yeah, that's his entire character. This nigga literally was fucking working with a nigga who's like working with another nigga making these smile fruits so they could go ahead and have a huge ass war and
Right.
just destroy everything. Like, so yeah, that whole thing would have just been crazy if Kaido actually had been managed to even get over there. Yeah, that shit would have been a lot different. I'll just say that.
But
But
that's the thing with Shanks, man. He's just a peacekeeper in the One Piece world, in my opinion.
right,
And I think because of Luffy is why he keep playing like the peacemaker because he probably knows something that we don't know, so he doesn't want the world to go any further into like the chaos era until like Luffy becomes who he's meant to be, you know?
right. Yeah, it's true. I agree, and I think any information we get regarding like Shanks's character is valued because, yeah, like you said, I think Shanks knows a lot more than he lets on, and then the
Right.
fact that he has so many connections with all these different pirates and the world government, all these things, obviously he's someone of importance in some.
I
Yeah.
know it's gonna throw a monkey wrench in the plan if he gets somehow becomes like an antagonist against Luffy, but we know that shit isn't gonna happen,
No,
even if he does.
I think at most when they have their meeting, he's gonna
It's just
size
gonna be
him up.
test him out.
Yeah, size him up. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, nigga, show me what you can do. Let's see how far you've come. Like how strong you are. Like if you can do what you say you're gonna do. If you have the strength to back that up." And I don't think he's gonna go easy on him at all. He's probably gonna fucking just do some wild ass shit during that little test fight. But it'll be interesting because we know this is the same nigga who would spar with Mihawk on fucking a moment's notice. So yeah, Shanks has to be like very very strong. And then the
No,
fact
he is
he doesn't even have a devil fruit on top of that is just fucking wild.
right.
But
Like I think he's like the more complete fighter in One Piece, like kind of like Mihawk, but like I think he's one of like the more complete fighter in One Piece, where
right,
he doesn't need devil fruit. It's just straight up like martial prowess and just straight up like hockey beasting level of hockey.
yeah, his hockey has to be fucking immaculate, man. Like, I mean, I still remember that time where it was him and fucking Whitebeard had their little brief clash, and
Yeah, Sky
yeah,
straight up.
Scott's fucking going crazy and all sorts of
weird ass shit. I was like, okay, yeah, this nigga's on some different shit over here.
Because you gotta think like he's the first person we ever saw use his Conqueror's hockey to like physically damage shit. Because like he was just walking on YBA's ship, and this man hockey would start breaking the damn ship apart without even him doing anything, and people was like were passing out. I don't know if you remember that scene.
Yeah, I do.
Where he was
Yeah,
just
that shit was
walking.
crazy. That was crazy.
Like, everything was just falling apart, and like, yeah. And that was when everybody was like trying to make a theory that you could actually use Conqueror's hockey to like fight, but it was never confirmed yet.
Right, until now. Now we know that you can do that. So yeah, it's crazy. But speaking of One Piece, we might as well just get into the chapter because quite a few things happen. Yeah,
I don't know. Like
man.
I've been watching a few reviews where like some people don't really like the chapter, or like they think it's a setup chapter, but like always, I really think this chapter was good. Like
yeah, One Piece hasn't missed, man. Like this entire arc is just
not this arc. No, this arc hasn't missed. And like this weekend too was like the 1,000 episode event.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I saw like they had reanimated and done a whole lot of like past like
One Piece scene, like
One Piece scenes. Yeah,
it was pretty great, man, because like man, I don't know how to explain that moment, but like just that nostalgia, like I have been there for all these years for every one of these events, but like why it was happening in the arcs, like there's just that sense of feeling, man. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like really epic to me, man, because like every like you know how in the manga they had a scene where like the Straw Hats like were separated in Onigashima when the raid started, and all of a sudden when it hit the fan, they eventually all came together and made that like that epic pose where like they do like that Straw Hat assemble,
right.
Straw Hat assemble thing. But yeah, in the anime, while they were doing like that Straw Hat assemble, like every time they show each of them coming together, like you get that brief backstory of how all that journey went, and like everything that they had to go through before they arrive at this moment. And it was
that's cool.
It was just great because they showed like they started with Luffy, then Zoro, then Sanji, Nami, Usopp. Like it just went down like that in the order that all of them joined, and then Jinbe was the last, and you saw like Jinbe is like giving blood to Luffy, where he like saves Luffy's life. Then they event in Whole Cake Island and all that shit. Like it was just epic, man. Like if I cry over fucking sentimental stuff like that I will have tears in my eyes. But I just like the epic moment, or just because I've been reading One Piece and watching the anime for like a while now. So like the fact that I was there, I read like live, watch all those events unfold like live. Is it live, or should I say like as the arc were happening at the moment at those times?
Yeah, in real time. In real time. Yeah.
Yeah. And just seeing all of it right there, it was just awesome, man.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, shit, I was gonna wait till the arc was over to start the anime back up, but shit, I might
bro, like
might just have to start.
Don't wait, man. Like you would not go wrong from starting the Wano. I'm pretty sure like you will watch the Wano arc, you would notice so many details that you didn't notice in the anime because of how great the anime is like flushing out everything right now, man.
Right. And that's why I think it's great. Like, usually it doesn't. I think One Piece is special in that way just because, like, things that Oda himself can't or doesn't have time to go over, because we have noticed that the pace has kind of been picking up, especially where we're at now. And then there's things that he just can't really express because he's trying to speed things up. So the anime takes the liberty of, okay, let's try to flesh this out so you can understand things and have better context.
Like, the context in there, like they really go in there to like they present the context in there like really fucking well, man. Like they've been doing great. I cannot criticize them because I didn't fucking like Dressrosa animation at all, man. Like that was
shit. And even the Zoe arc animation was pretty bad. Like, because I remember I was watching, I was like, why the fuck does Robin look like that? You look like a fucking stick figure. I was like, what the hell? I was like, holy shit.
So like,
but that's one thing I haven't heard, especially from you, is that the animation this arc is like fucking phenomenal.
It's been on point, man. Like It's really been on point. Even with some of like the recent anime that they use, it's still been on point, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start that back up and get caught up on that. And yeah, I actually had seen the scene on YouTube just in passing of when Zoro had first gotten Enma, and I was like, damn, that was anime. That shit was clean as fuck, dude.
Are you talking about
Clean.
that scene where he was like charging in it, like glowing?
Yeah, he was like, cause like his hockey like ended up combining with Emma's, and he like overcut because they were like, yeah, go ahead and cut
Right.
that chi right there, and he just cut the entire fucking cliff off.
And
And they were just like,
another
holy
reason
shit.
I was liking this chapter so much is like Zoro is getting his ass beat, bro.
Yeah, man, I
Like,
was just about to bring that
You've
up.
not seen this man in that kind of
He has
situation
not
since
struggled for a while, man.
what was it since Mr. One in Alabasta or
Yeah,
Kaku?
dude.
But even with Kaku, you know he was gonna win against Kaku, but like he hasn't struggled like that since he fought Mr. One. That was when he learned how to cut steel.
Exactly.
So yeah. And I mean, obviously Kuma, but like we already knew Kuma was way stronger than him in the pacifista. So those niggas were already way stronger than him. So there wasn't a competition there. But this is like one of those life and death battle where if he doesn't win, he will die for sure.
Yeah,
So, like,
because King is like, and I kind of like because initially I kind of agree with everyone. Like, I feel like Queen got a lot more characterization, so you
And-
understood like him
right.
for more so as King, where he had
He was
feats,
shrouded in mystery, right?
but
And
yeah,
he
we
was just
didn't
one of
see
that.
enough of him.
No, he was just the edgelord who just stayed in the background and just didn't say much and just was just quiet. But I guess Oda knew what he was doing, and it was just like saving his kind of like characterization for when he actually eventually fight Zoro. Because Queen, like I'm not gonna lie, out of all the calamities that Kaido has, Queen has like the most personality, bro.
Yeah,
This
he
nigga over
does.
here fucking rapping and shit and like doing the dabbing and like he just does a whole bunch of weird shit, man. Like, but he's powerful, so he could do that shit. But like,
Yeah,
he
because
has
he
the
just
most
likes fucking around. He
Right.
likes theater. He likes putting on these shows and fucking
and mess with people.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, to get characterization for King now, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, this nigga's about his business. And
Yeah.
it's like Braga was saying, this fight for Zoro is like how it was for Katakuri and Luffy.
And
I
Luffy,
agree
yeah,
with that.
he
I agree
got to
with that.
learn his lesson, or he got to learn his lesson in here. But unlike Katakuri versus Luffy, this guy is not playing around. This guy is really trying to fucking kill Zoro. But like, he's messed around a little bit and just like, man, I'm beating your ass while I'm fucking flying, and you can't fly, so I'm gonna stop beating your ass while I'm flying. I'm gonna come down to your level and beat your ass while you're on your level. Like,
yeah, like, that's the arrogance of that is crazy,
Right.
man. Because it's just like, yeah, because he doesn't view Zoro as a threat, which that's wild, man. Because it's just like to see like how Zoro's progressed and like you're saying, to see him actually struggling, and then on top of that, this dude said, "I don't think I can win unless I know what this guy is." It's like,
right.
damn, like,
Because
shit.
like he's a swordsman. Like Zoro, you got to think about it. Like Zoro fights is one of those fights that ends in like one moves and shit. Like he just got to get that proper hit in there and you're dead. But the fact that he's using all his most powerful attack on this man and all he's amounting to is like wasting energy, and this guy is just fucking flying around him and just like beating the shit out of him, because every time him and Zoro and him clashes, like he just sends Zoro flying like down the street, and that's exactly the same thing like Katakuri was doing to Luffy. Like Luffy was so outclassed when he was fucking fighting Katakuri, bro. Like every time they clash, like this man just fucking sent him like flying. Like it was not even a competition. Like Luffy had to grow into that shit, and even then, like it only got to the point.
Luffy got a break during that fight.
Yeah, he
Katakuri thought he won, so he was like, "Yeah, I'm cool. That nigga's dead."
Right.
So that gave Luffy enough time to recover and then try to think of ways to get around this guy. And then also, the whole hockey thing with him getting his observation up to future sight and things like that.
Right. And also the fact that Katakuri kept saying this man evolves while he was fighting, like I think that kind of like drew like a fighting spirit that he wanted to see more out of Luffy. So he kept pushing him. But like King is not doing that shit with Zoro.
No, King is trying to kill him.
He's really trying to kill this man. Like,
yeah, he's not fucking around with him.
No,
He's just like, yeah, you guys need to be eradicated. So this little
because like you remember like since the raid started, like he's the only one who's been like thoroughly trying to kill everybody on that island because everybody else has been fucking around the entire time. And King is like, why the hell are you guys playing around over here? We gotta eliminate and like eradicate everybody on this island who's like a freaking thorn in our side. Like he were even trying to kill Momo, and that kid is 8 years old.
yeah.
So yeah, he is not playing, bro. Like he's like, I mean, now like the way he's like coming out Zoro, like he's trying to make Zoro like lose confidence or look bad or whatever. But
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting because with Zoro saying that, that means we're gonna get a reveal on what King actually is, and like how his anatomy and his like being affects his devil fruit and vice versa, right? Because like even Zoro's like, well, shit, this nigga has flames on the entire time. I thought that was because of his devil fruit, which clearly it's
right.
not. Obviously, that's enhancing his devil fruit, if anything. So yeah, there's a lot going on there, and I can't wait to see more with that for sure. And like we were saying, just seeing Zoro struggling again is a breath of fresh air because this nigga literally one shots everything that he's fought. So, yeah, to see him actually just be like, "Fuck, this guy is strong, man." It's like it's crazy. So we got all that, and we have some like a little other things happening. We have the fact that CP0 over here is trying to capture Robin and luckily her and Brooke were managed to give them the slip. And funny enough, even though X Drake didn't even want to team up with Apu, not really a choice because these guys are trying to kill you. So you got to do what you got to do. Enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So that's all happening. And then we got Yamato basically still trying to stop all this shit from happening.
Right.
We have the fucking flame yokai.
I feel so sorry for her because like she's the only one who knows all of them are straight up doomed to fucking blow up into abyss, and they're still over here fighting, and she's like, get the hell out of my way, Apu. Let me go and fucking defuse this bomb before everybody on this island dies. And he's just like, hey, Yamato, wait for me, man. You gotta come over here and join this alliance so we should beat Kaido. It's like, get the hell away from me, you fucking crazy opportunist. Because this guy over here, I swear, man, Apu, like, he's fucking hilarious. Like, I didn't like him before because of his, like, shitty nature, but, like, he's growing on me, man. Like,
yeah, he is. He's just yeah, because you know what type of character he is. He's just
he's
like you said,
scummy as hell.
He's
Yeah.
only ever
He's
there
for himself.
unless it benefits him. So as soon, like, let's just say he does, align himself with, everyone like Luffy and them, right?
Right.
But as soon as he sees that they're losing, oh well, Kaido, I was just infiltrating the
I was
ranks.
already
man.
here,
Like,
I was already gonna backstab these guys, man. Don't kill me though. I was gonna backstab them from the beginning, right? Like he's just that guy, bro.
He's
like he switched sides so fucking quickly, like it's not even funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like the conundrum that Yamato is in, where she can't really stop to explain like what she's doing because in doing that's wasting time.
She's wasting time, right?
So
and you got this like fire demon that can just go through, like phase through shit, and once it's phasing through shit, it's just burning everything in its wake, and nobody can really stop it because it's not even a tangible entity. It's just burning.
Yeah, it's just like a ghost. It's ethereal.
Right.
You can't touch it. Yeah. It's just burning everything.
A fire ghost that is just burning everything in its path. Like, yeah. And those CP0 guys are tanky as fuck though.
They are.
They got burned by that ghost and it was like nothing ever happened. They just got up and still kept trucking and just like trying to kill Hapu and shit and got his face blown up. His mask, like you gotta give it to that mask. I don't know what the fuck that shit is made of, but that shit isn't even cracked after like it got blown up. So yeah,
it's crazy. I'd say Robin and Brooke caught a lucky break.
They caught a lucky break, man. Yeah.
Because if X Drake and Apu weren't there, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think they're out of danger yet, though. But
No, I don't think so. I think this is just momentary, and I think what they should do is regroup, with Frankie and Jimbei, and at least at that point, you can try to jump these guys because at this point, like they're fighting X Drake and Apu, so they're not going to be fresh, basically. So you might have more of a chance with them, like only like a half stamina type shit, and just be able to get away fully. I don't know though. I don't know if Oda's gonna go the route that Robin actually gets captured. I don't know. That would be crazy because then that would just be like, well, shit, we gotta go get her. Fuck, you know. So it's crazy. What else do we have in the chapter? We had the stuff with well, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, there was a small couple little things happening, like you got Izo being carried by Pineapple Head by Marco, and he's
right.
getting taken to wherever they're going. We saw Bring Mom briefly. Um, and also too, it's interesting that Yamato seems to have some sort of friendship with one of the numbers, Fuga, over here. Don't know much about that. I guess that'll be revealed later on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We delved pretty heavily into the Zoro stuff. Oh wait, we have the stuff with fucking Orochi over here. This dude is a fucking dumbass, bro. If this is actually Hiyori, do you really think she wants to be with you, dude? No, man. Like this nigga's an idiot, man. Either she's gonna poison this nigga or someone's gonna come out and finish this nigga off in some way. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with all that, and if she ends up Hiyori, I mean, ends up meeting with like Momo and all them, and their interactions. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up the chapter. Um,
How many pages
uh,
was that?
it was pretty lengthy, man. Pretty
Yeah,
lengthy.
18 pages, but Oda likes to
That's
do
not
double.
fucking lengthy. That's 18
But
pages.
that's
Well,
because
I mean
it's
lengthy
a
with
lot of
information.
double spread though. So
Oh,
Oda likes to do a lot of double spread. So yeah, it's kind of like a. And Oda also like crams a lot of stuff in the panels. So
Yeah, there's a lot
of
of
stories.
information he just put out in this chapter. Like, yeah, it's not that long, but yeah, it's just like what he conveys throughout the entire chapter is just like, damn, that's it's a lot to load off. So, but yeah, I think that's all I got, man. I don't have much else. I think we hit everything. What time are we at?
almost close to 2 hours. We're at an
Okay,
hour and
okay.
57 minutes. I mean,
That's
that
pretty.
kind of it doesn't really matter anymore. For those who are listening, originally I had it to where it was like a little GIF of like the whole, Master Roshi's layout, but I'm not gonna do that no more. I mean, personally, I'm finding that I don't really have a lot of time to be on my computer between work and other stuff. Well, not other stuff, my job. Because I have like two different jobs, but yeah. So it's honestly just gonna be like a blank screen from now on. I mean, it's a podcast. You're not seeing any gameplay. Like we don't. Well, at least I don't know if Beam ever plans on doing that since it's his podcast, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
started streaming on my other channel like earlier today. So I mean, eventually maybe I could, get to doing that just to have some like background shit going. Eventually, first I need to get a fucking computer for all that though. So I don't know when that'll be. But yeah.
But that's pretty much it for me. Old people, stay the fuck home. I'm tired of seeing y'all.
Disrespectful much.
I don't give a shit, man.
Respect your elders, my son.
Man, fuck them.
All right, I guess we'll just wrap it up. Kaibi Podcast episode 7. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, make sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. You already know what it is. We appreciate you. You guys have a good day. Peace.